It was great, Philip. Are you ready for Illuminati? All right, let's get the Illuminati up here, man. Y'all get it up away from parts unknown near Mebane, North Carolina.
Well, hello. How you guys doing on this beautiful rainy evening? Yeah, I braved the storms just to try out some weird stuff.
Yes! Do it, baby.
So, Father's Day was this Sunday. Anybody celebrate Father's Day?
Yeah.
What did you guys do? Was it like normal? You eat food? Yeah. Oh yeah.
Drank a lot of shit.
Oh yeah. Can't do that because my dad's schizophrenic. Can't do alcohol mixed with the pills. Funny thing was, he called me like on Thursday before. He was like, "I know you got a gift for me for Father's Day." I was like, "Dad, you know I work at Jimmy John's. I'm broke as shit right now. They're about to fire me because I do not care about those sandwich ingredients at all." I was like, "I thought they said we were rock stars, man. Rock stars don't need instructions." Because I'm like, or what we ended up doing for Father's Day, I took him out to see the new Shaft movie. And it was crazy. Because I realized my dad has been Shaft my whole life. He's like Shaft if he grew up in North Carolina. He worked on hot rods all day, ran moonshine. Like, my dad was the first black hipster ever back in the 60s in Yanceyville, North Carolina. He drove the school bus. Like, he went to school and he was also a bus driver. That's how cool he was. Weird thing about Shaft, movie sucked. I mean, it was corny, but it had a fucking deep-ass message. Because when me and my dad were leaving, we left before everybody else left. We didn't even get to see the post-credit, like, weird thing that happens. Because we were both trying to hold back tears and getting choked up. And then once we finally got back to the truck, we, like, hugged each other and were crying hard as shit. Like, over the show, I see this black family was like, "That movie wasn't even that good." I was like, "You don't know how deep it cuts me." My dad is what got me into comedy. He's been setting me up for this my whole life. Like, he used to recite Rudy Ray Moore bits to me, and I didn't know what the fuck they meant, but I was just spinning around in circles laughing hysterically. But what happened was, 6 years ago, he had gotten, I don't know, like what happened was he stopped taking his schizophrenia medication because he found out it made him retain weight. I was just like, whatever. But he got fired from his old job, got hired at Walmart, but he had a prior conviction on his record. I was like, "Damn, I didn't know you went that hard. I mean, I knew you were cool." But what happened, he somehow got the inclination from the universe that he was going to give birth to the Antichrist. I was like, maybe it could happen, who knows? Maybe that's what happened. Like, if Jesus came back, he would totally be a black redneck libertarian from the South. I fit that bill perfectly. Like once, we were poor as shit, and we had one piece of tilapia left in the house. And I was 11, and I was like, "I'm gonna make me the greatest tilapia sandwich ever." Like, I buttered both sides of the bread. I used to go in my mom's cabinet, and I used to sprinkle garlic on the bread. It was the first version of me being a drug addict. I couldn't eat any sandwich regular. I had to season the hell out of it. But it was a special fucking sandwich. I even threw Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauce in there. I know that's taboo in the fish sandwich community, but I like to sauce it up. But I handed my dad that sandwich because he got off work and he walked in, and I was like, "I'm gonna give him this sandwich. He's been working 3 jobs since I was born." But he took that sandwich, looked at it, he's like, "Thanks, son," and he walked over to the trash can and threw it directly in the trash can because he thought I was trying to kill him. I was like, "I'm 11 years old. Why am I going to kill my only source of revenue?" So I can't even reach the pedals on the Monte Carlo. I can't even get to a poison store. They don't even have poison stores. Like, you think this is The Legend of Zelda? Just walk in and get a potion. But I don't blame him for anything, because I found out the medication made him way crazier than when he's off of it. Because he just stopped for like 6 months cold turkey and has been like super Jesus stuff. The only thing he does is let's play gospel music really loud in the house. That's one of the reasons I finally moved out. It's also because I'm 29 years old and I'm still living with my parents. I was like, I can't listen to them fuck now. I even went in their room and slid their bed away from the wall so it wouldn't make so much noise. And I think he moved it back. Or it might be a centrifugal motion. He might have inched it back to the wall, should have turned it at an angle so it would at least catch. I wouldn't get the full bump. It's like a true test of black autism is how long you can stay in here and your parents banging in that room. But what got me into comedy was when my dad was first going crazy, I was getting really depressed because I was like a 250-pound nerd. And I was just crying every day because I was a pussy. But then randomly, I was walking down Spring Garden Street in Greensboro, and some random white guy walks up with a handful of shrooms and just dumps them in my hand. He's like, you need these. And then I took those shrooms, I ate the whole handful, didn't measure it at all. And I went walking, and this voice came out of nowhere, and the voice of God doesn't sound like what you think God sounds like. I guess it's whatever your highest reflection of like Christ's energy that you can pick up on. Because my voice of God was Danny Brown, the rapper. And he was like, Phil, why you got so much anxiety? I was like, because no girls love me. I was like, because you ain't doing shit with your life. You're living in your mama's basement, jacking off all day. You need to start exercising, start eating kale shakes. I was like, thanks, God. Why don't they tell you that the voices in your head might give you great advice? And that's the thing about shrooms, like, don't mess with them if you have a history of schizophrenia. It's like, well, I was crazy way before shrooms. Like, I knew all this shit. I just didn't do it. God's been talking to me my whole life. I was 6 years old and I heard a voice say, you should invest in soy. Because now they're vegans. I could have been the first, child billionaire if I would convince my dad to invest his factory money in soybeans. But let me think. So after that, I lost 250 pounds and not 250 pounds. I lost 100 pounds. I was 250 to 150, and I was like, maybe the key to life is just being Joe Rogan. Who knows? But let me think of my actual next part. What if Jesus' name was Rodney? Do you think Christianity would have lasted as long if his name was Rodney Christ? You see Republican senators on TV like, before we eat this food, we gotta praise Rodney. He made all this possible. He died for every one of our sins, even the Mexicans. But so I have this weird thing. After shrooms, I had no fear of anything. I never had a fear of death, but I never wanted to live anyway because of depression. But now my biggest problem is that I have no problems, and that's the reason why I can't date any woman. Because I found out whenever I do date somebody, I'm just smiling and happy, whatever, do you? No judgment, just have fun with life. And they just start inventing new fake problems, try to get me to respond. And my old girlfriend, only reason we started dating is because I found out through her comedy that her ex-husband was abusing her. And I was like, who knows, maybe he might pop up one day. Get to test out my karate skills. It's too late. She made it up 15 minutes after lunch. She's like, yeah, he came over and beat me again. I was like, I was there. I sat in my car for another half hour using your free Wi-Fi. And I know you're lying, but I'll forgive you, whatever. Weird thing about her was, so she got abused, she was really insecure about herself, and she never would ask for sex like a normal human being. She would just look at me, start blinking her eyes, what you thinking? Kind of like Betty Boop. It's weird. It's like, you don't want to know what I'm thinking at any given time. I don't have an internal monologue. My eyes just blanked out at all times, just in the moment. And at that moment, I was thinking of an alternate reality where sharks still have arms and legs. And we have to fucking align with the sharks to fight the government. So that's what you want to know what I'm thinking about. It could be possible, who knows? 250 years, we got robot sharks just kicking all types of ass. Mm-hmm. Because I remember once, what do you think? I gotta actually remember the part about that it kind of transitioned into that. But yeah, we were having sex, you do whatever you want to me. I was like, can I bring in a table and a ladder and we make this into a fucking WWE match? But now I'm so weird, I don't even, I guess, watch porn, masturbate, or even ejaculate at all. Yeah, he knows what I'm talking about. We're on that super tantric shit. I remember I went 6 months without ejaculating, and I gained superpowers. I could hear people talk. I started being able to see through walls. I was like, this is the key to becoming the next level of human. Just don't bust. I'll be at the grocery store, get my change back. The old lady just rub the inside of my hand. I'll get an instant boner. People start coming out of the woodwork when you just become celibate. I was at a bar in Elon, North Carolina, using free Wi-Fi. Some guy slid up to me and said, "Yeah, I talked to you about something outside." And I automatically thought he was going to give me some more shrooms. So I got lucky in the past with random white dudes. So I was like, oh, 2 for 2, baby. But what happened was, he was like, he's like, you look like an eclectic black guy. I was like, thanks for not calling me nigger. That's the first. Elon, North Carolina. But then, soon after that, he was just like, can I blow you? And I was like, oh my God. It's way too bright outside to be thinking about sucking dick, man. Like, it's 5:30. Like, maybe if you catch me hours of midnight, 2 a.m., I might think about it. Just to save somebody else's life. Before I could walk away from him, because I was a fat dude back then, I was wearing sweatpants, he like reached in my pants and grabbed my dick, and I was trying to spin away, and I was just like, oh my God, this is terrifying. Should I beat him up, or should I just be a nice person? But I ended up asking Siri that question. She told me it only takes 30 seconds to transmit AIDS. So I was like, okay, you get 15 seconds to blow me, then I'm just going to walk away and act like this never happened. But he didn't even last the whole 15 seconds. Because he made eye contact. You know what I'm talking about. You know, these glasses are prescription. They're like required by the government. If I look into your eyes too long, it might end up making you want to bang me, so I have to keep them on. Keep your protection. Hey, Mike, I'm trying to stay in my spiritual realm of not busting nuts anymore. A lot of weird conspiracies, though. Like, they say your thoughts control your reality, and like you can become a superhuman if you just ignore the world. It's like one conspiracy. I don't know where that was going, but I try to manifest that in my life. Like, I automatically think I'm immortal all the time, which is one of the reasons why I just do random shrooms and stuff, so who knows, it might work. But other conspiracies, one of my favorite ones, just coming into like consciousness now because of the Me Too movement, is the one about Martin Luther King and like the FBI sending him a letter where they're like, okay, we know you're cheating on your wife, so you either gotta kill yourself or just end the civil rights movement. Funny thing was about them recording him in all those hotels, they never released those tapes. Because that would have made a great fucking podcast.
Oh, God.
Can you imagine Radiolab? This sounds like, me and Corona got an agreement. She said I can get all the side pussy I want on the road. She don't want me to die with blue balls in a red state. While I'm out there fighting those cracker-ass crackers, she said, remember, just don't get none of them pregnant or bring me home no diseases, Martin. I remember this one time I was going off the white and the brown. This thick Asian bitch named Yoko came up to me. She said, Martin, I want to suck your dreams out. But I told her, if you want to fuck me, I fuck the whole squad. Gangsta style, Malcolm X, Jesse Jackson, but not that slippery-haired coon Al Sharpton. He'll do anything for money. I think he had something to do with me getting shot. Who knows? But supposedly they thought that if Martin Luther King didn't die, like the silver lining of that, it was like 50 years later he was going to get Bill Cosby. So who knows, maybe it was a good thing. But I just know the government can't hold anything against me. I talk about all my weird sexual stuff on stage. So as long as I'm doing open mic comedy, I won't accidentally get freaking dossiered by the FBI. Yep. I don't think of anything else weird's going on. I moved out and now live next to like the weirdest neighborhood ever. Cause I pulled into my driveway and I was smoking a cigarette at like 11 p.m. and some guy just walks out of a bush right in front of me. I was like, is this the shrooms again? Am I tripping right now? And he already knew who I was. He was like, "You John's boy, ain't you?" I was like, "What? How do you know my dad? Are you working with the feds too?" But this is my time. Thank you guys. I'll see you later.
Oh, Phil, this is too wild, man. I don't even know.